baby. This is the Negro Exciting News Fun Show, and I'm your host, DJS. So this video is it's called Is Hip Hop a Blessing or a Curse? So when hip hop started, it was good melodies. It was all fun, hip hop, as Keras One says, hip hop. There's an energy about it. And you hipped and you hopped and you danced and you enjoyed yourself. And then accompanying the musical side of it was the break dance inside of it. And the graffiti side of it. Yeah. So that was hip hop really started rap really started in the 70s. You had Curtis Blow, and you had Sugar Hill Gang and some other characters. Yeah. And I'm sure most people know about the Kool Herc story, a Jamaican who came from Jamaica. That's where they come from. And he used to have a sound system. He used to play reggae and hip hop. No, he used to play reggae records and toast, rap over reggae records. Then the Americans said, yeah, let me try that. So obviously, they have an American accent, so they started rapping over these records, and that's how the hip hop was born. But then James Brown would say, you call it rap, I call it Jubilee. But that's another story. 70s, 80s, 90s, yeah? And then there was a takeover of what was always called black music. It was always called black music. And this music had a big question mark over it. And then in the 90s, it became urban music. That's the sound of the record scratching, yeah, when there's a problem. This, in my opinion, is where the problem came, and it became entitled and remarketed as urban music. So I remember in the UK, the talk was there was going to be a big fight back, a big backlash against the people who would try to take over black music and call it urban music. And all the big day DJs of the day, I'm not going to mention their names. We thought these brothers, there's a white guy called Tim Westwood, but mainly the black ones. We thought the black ones was going to stop it being rebranded as urban music. There was not even a slightest skirmish. There was no protest. There was no big fight. There was nothing. That's right. You take it. It's urban. So the black music was rebranded as urban. And that, in my opinion, is where the problem came. Yeah. Now, with the music, it was about talent. Yeah. It'd be about just making money. And everybody just talking about money. Yeah. Living large, cribs. Just, what about the Benjamins? It lost its heart. The music lost its heart, yeah? So, and then, where we are today with hip hop, the artists don't even have any talent. Yeah? Trust me. I'm not just saying that. As you get older, people get stuck in their generation, don't they? It was better in my day. In my day, it was better. Yeah, now it's not good. In my day, it's better. I don't subscribe to that rubbish. I like to go forward. Yeah, because if you just think, oh, it was best in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or in 2000, you know, you get stale. And it's not just in the music, your whole mentality, you become like stale, yeah? Like, I like modern hip hop and all the tunes, yeah? And I like modern hip hop, you know? It's different now. And I mean, the last one who I really thought had any real lyrical talent was Tiger. This character called Tiger. What was that record he done? City, Rack City, Rack City, Rack City, Rack City. Yeah, now that dude can spit. Yeah, that dude's got real talent because hip hop was like poetry. Yeah, and even Tupac was a poet. He used to write poetry. Then he thought, well, if I in poetry, but if I put it on this music, people can hear me, and that's why Tupac went into hip hop. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, these motherfuckers now, this is ridiculous. They can't even string a sentence together. Like about 3 years ago, somebody sent me a video about a character called Little B, Lil B. I said, is this for real? Is this guy a rapper? Lil B, he couldn't string a sentence together and he was gay. Yeah? And then the Griff done a video and he was saying, like, in the future, the rappers are going to be wearing skirts. Yeah? And then, leave it. And 6 months later, everything he said came to pass. They're wearing skirts. Yeah? And then The Game done a record. And it goes, the new generation, I'll slash your fucking faces. He started calling them fuck niggas and all this stuff. And then I started to check out the people he was talking about, yeah? So this guy, this satanic person who's got his own label, Cash Money Records, of gay guys, yeah? So now the new hip hop artists were all gay. And don't get me wrong, I haven't got anything against gay people, yeah? Well, I got nothing against gay people, yeah? Each their own. But, when all when all the hip hop artists are gay, that means all the kids, the youngsters will think, well, they have to be gay. Deal, yeah? And if everyone's gay, where the children gonna come from? This world needs to be populated with children, and gay people don't produce children. So that's my issue there. Know what they do. You know what I mean? What they do is none of my business. If they're in their bedroom doing what's got to do with me? I can't see. It's nothing to do with me. Yeah, but this world has to be populated by human beings, and they're not going to come from gay people. Yeah. So when I'm seeing some of these new characters, I mean, even I check some of them. I'm not going to mention any names. I can't even believe this dude is a rapper, and they're also effeminate, like women. I can't believe this. Yeah, this is a rapper. Oh, please. Yeah. And then DMX said, "Oh, take it up your ass, niggas." Yes. Yeah. There's so many of them. I couldn't even believe some. Like, you hear the name of these guys, you think he's some big tough guy, and when you see who he actually is, you can't even believe your fucking. Can't even believe your eyes and your ears. Yeah, and the game get niggas, and everything in hip hop now seems to originate from prison. Yeah. So one day it just suddenly clicked what fuck nigger is. A fuck nigger, I think, is somebody who gets fucked in prison. He walks with his trousers down around his ankles. Yeah, that's a fuck nigger. Yeah. Sorry, pardon me. So the record deals will now be given to fuck niggas. And in fact, that's what one of the guys said. Yeah. He said that he got the deal, Birdman from Cash Money Records, because he sucked his dick. He fucked him. Then on another video, Cash Money was playing, and they was on stage, and everybody was saying, you know, they're choosing the girl they want to have sex with that night. So this nigga said, yeah, that girl there. And this nigga said, that girl there. And this nigga said, that girl there. When it came to Birdman, he said, yeah, the dude there in the blue. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And then when Lil Wayne told that story, how he was raped when he was 12. Yeah, Lil Wayne actually said that. The video's on YouTube. He said he was raped when he was 12. Yeah. You know, they says, yeah, suck on Wayne dick. Suck on Wayne little dick. Suck on Wayne little dick. That's what Lil Wayne said with his own mouth. Yeah. And he goes, oh, I loved it. I didn't bring no charges or nothing. I loved it. Lie. How could you love that? It's a fucking lie. Yeah. You're 12 years old. You're innocent. Then all of a sudden, these guys you think is your family, your guardians, just do whatever they done, and he loved it. It's a fucking lie. He might have grown to love it later, but he didn't love it at the time. So, and all these demonic figures now, you know, are the custodians of hip hop. Yeah. So, like I said, is hip hop a blessing or a curse? Well, right about now, I'll say it's a curse. And like now, the girls now becoming so masculine. Yeah. Some of these girls are talking, you don't even know if it's a dude or a female. They're always cursing. Every word out their mouth is nigger. And it's like they were ready to fight. It's like they can tear you apart. Yeah. And that's what happens when a lot of these guys, when you watch these videos about guys and they're complaining about black women, why they don't like black women anymore, they always say they're not feminine. You go YouTube, you watch a video about whatever it is, and it's true. The black women are so masculine, and cursing and shouting and smoking and tattoos everywhere. I mean, this tattoo thing is crazy now. It's like, you know, if you see a woman these days without a tattoo, it's a miracle. Some take it to a much bigger degree where they have it all up the arm or all across the chest. Like I saw these girls last week in the club, all tattooed. I mean, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous mixed race girls. They're tattoos everywhere, all down the arm, on the hands, everywhere. That's up to them. So I think hip hop has been turned into a weapon. Yeah, that's been used against the youth and everybody else. Because after they listen to the negative forces of this music and they go into society and unleash their wrath, yeah, it's only us ordinary people who's going to feel the effects of it and suffer the ramifications, the consequences of the actions. What are the videos now? Yeah, somebody being violent. Yeah, they're smoking drugs, they're selling drugs. They're shooting somebody. They got a gun. Yeah, it's just evil. Why can't we go back to the days of when hip hop was about being a good lyricist, having lyrics? Yeah, they used to have rap battles. Who was the best? Who were the best lyrics? No, it's not even about that now. I'm sure you just somehow you have to get the attention of the record companies. Yeah. And you know, artists don't get signed from I'm sending demo tapes. The way it works is the people in the industry come to you, they approach you. I heard this a few times over the years. Yeah, and that's I found out myself that's how it works. They'll approach you. Yeah, one band. Well, they were called the Lighthouse Family, and they said they sent a demo tape, and the record boss said, "Yeah, we don't usually listen to demo tapes, but we listened to this demo tape, and we gave them the deal." Yeah, so like I'm saying, you're out doing your thing wherever you're doing it, performing live, and then the record bosses hear about you and they send an A&R person, and then they approach you, and then they have to run a series of tests on you. Whatever you were in the beginning, they now convert you into being a destructive force. Yeah, because for some reason that's what they want. They want something negative. They want to have a negative effect on society. Yeah, and that's what the modern artist seems to do. I remember about 10 years ago, I couldn't believe you had all these black rappers calling themselves apes and gorillas. So I said, no, it must be gorilla, spelt like a soldier. You have a soldier called a gorilla. So I checked him out. I said, no, 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 gorilla, like a fucking ape in a cage in a zoo. I said, what is he calling himself that for? Why are they all calling themselves gorillas? Actually, we've done a very good video. What's this guy's name? Yeah, Bruno Mars done a very good video. He must have had beef with with some rapper or something. So he done a video where all the guys, his mates, his whatever they were, friends, the actors in the video, they had on monkey masks and they all had their trousers. They all had their trousers down around their ankles, and that's exactly the level they're on. They all trousers around their ankles. They're calling themselves monkeys, acting stupid. Yeah. And Bruno Mars is more like his style is more like your Prince, your Morris Day. He can play instruments. He wears good clothes. Yeah. Bruno Mars is class. He's classy. And I don't know how old he is, but he's marketed like he's in his 20s. But if he loves Morris Day and Prince, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he's older. Yeah. Then, this modern day hip hop, man, is really, really negative. Yeah. It's just negative. And, the talent now in hip hop is that you're a thug, you're a criminal. The talent isn't that you can dance. Yeah. The talent is that you're a real criminal. You're a real drug dealer. A real drug dealer has come off the streets and now, I mean, who's making the rules up? Rules up. Yeah. Like Rick Ross. Yeah. Rick Ross was supposed to be some drug dealer. Yeah. But then the truth is Rick Ross was a prison officer and he stole someone else's identity, the real Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, freeway Ricky Ross. Yeah. Who was like a dude who he used to play tennis. He could have been a professional tennis player and he had to choose between selling cocaine or becoming a professional tennis player. And he chose selling the cocaine. Yeah. And he didn't realize he was selling it for. And then eventually he was locked up in prison. So this fat Ricky Ross, the obese Ricky Ross, the Maybach Ricky Ross, stole his identity. Yeah. I mean, how do you come from being a prison officer to being this big rap hip hop star? I mean, it's possible because everyone needs a job. Yeah. Has a job before they get their record deal. But for me, this fat, obese Rick Ross, the prison officer, he has to be an agent. Yeah, he has to be some kind of agent. Yeah, he was working in the prison system, and then they said, okay. And obviously, he likes rap. He has a bit of talent. Yeah, so they said, okay, Fatso. Yeah, we've got a little mission for you. We're gonna give you a record deal, and you're gonna go out and you're gonna handle your business. And you're gonna corrupt the young, and you're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Yeah, you're gonna play a character called Rick Ross. Are you comfortable with that? Are you happy with that? Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Will I be rich? Will I get girls? Will I get donuts? Yeah, don't worry, you get plenty of donuts. He signs the deal, and the rest is history. So, like I'm saying, the effect is very negative on the young, yeah? Like young, all of a sudden you hear all these stories. There's all these videos on YouTube. Yeah? This killing, that killing. Yeah? And then the slightest thing, they're rioting. Yeah? Jumping on cars, stamping on cars. And the effect it has on some women. Yeah, like there's all these videos on YouTube about these some Black American women, yeah, and they're killers. It's like, where did they learn this from? It hasn't always been like this, because growing up, I never heard all of this, but all of a sudden, they kill. Yeah, what's making them just become killers? Yeah, is it the hip hop? Yeah, that's turning these young Black women into killers. Yeah, it's like they're going crazy. What is it? What I heard as well from insiders in the music business, when they have the record, they cut a master from the record, yeah? So the big record companies are supposed to have like a satanic altar in the record company. And they perform rituals over the master before the record is pressed. So, who knows? And there's always been a history where they say, if you listen to the record backward, there's messages in the record because there's something going on. Yeah. You got all these women now killing their babies. Yeah. Oh, this girl, she had a baby. She ran out into the street. The neighbor saw something burning. She put petrol over her baby and set it alight. And it's common. It's not like you don't hear this story every 5 year, once a year. It's like every fucking week. This dude on YouTube has got these stories he's telling. What was the one today? Oh, she had a baby. Whatever. She stabbed the baby in the eye. Yeah, and she said the baby is the son of the devil. Some bullshit story. But the baby didn't die. Yeah, but she stabbed her own child. I think the baby was 8 weeks old. Then before that, there was a story. Somehow the woman killed her son, and I think she dismembered the body, and she was driving around with the baby in the car, in bags, plastic bags, and the police stopped her because her tail light wasn't working, and he got this odor. What's that smell? And when he investigated, the fucking little boy was dead in plastic bags, and this Black woman's driving around, yeah, and going to get her hair done. And then the one before that was some woman, yeah, I think she had 4 children or 5. She definitely had whatever. And for whatever reason, she killed 2 of them, and she had them in the freezer in the house. And the worst thing, her name was Angela. So if her nickname was Angel, everyone called her Angel. So when they say, oh, hi, Angel, oh, hi, Angel, 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 she's killed two of her children and got them in the motherfucking freezer. And then when something happened in her house, they had to do maintenance or something, something happened or she was being evicted for something else, then they discovered the bodies in the freezer. And her neighbors were shocked. They said, well, if she couldn't look after them, why did she ask us to help? And then she was at court and she was in remand, and there was footage of her in the court. And when they brought her out from the back of the cells, yeah, she was shouting and like she was trying to blame somebody. I mean, whose fault is it that you killed your children and put them in a freezer? Who else's fault could that be? And blame somebody. She came out of the back of the fucking cells in the court, and whole routine act was like she was blaming somebody. Like I'm saying, I mean, they keep this hip hop now. It must have something to do with it. It's tough. Everyone's a killer. I mean, if you keep hearing this bullshit, it must have an effect on you. Yeah? It must have an effect on you. So, like I said, I mean, at first, hip hop was definitely a blessing because it was something that black people had that was positive, it was brilliant, it was creative, and it was a way to make it. You could be a rapper, you could be a songwriter, you could be a dancer. But now records don't even sell anymore. I don't even know how they make money. Because, at first I was doing singer-songwriter, and I know this rap was coming up in the 80s, late 80s. It was getting big. Really serious about it. But when Tone Loc had that record called Wild Thing, and it sold 300 million copies. Yeah, 300 million copies. You know how much money that is? Obviously, if it sells for $1, it's $300 million. Yeah, and it was said that he had the biggest limousine in Hollywood. I think his limousine had a bath in it or a jacuzzi. That's how much money Tone Loc made from Wild Thing. So that's what made me think, yeah, let me forget about the R&B and jump to the hip hop and the rap. Then, to get a record deal, you have to compromise yourself, which I wasn't willing to do. Anyway, so if you've got any comments or questions, put them below. DJS, and I'm out.